Good evening. We're going to begin open mic. Open mic session is designed to provide an opportunity for citizens to express their views on matters of concern. The school committee sessions are not designed to encourage debate or lengthy exchange of views, but are to have the committee understand numerous points of view. The committee would appreciate speakers keeping their presentation to 3 minutes in order to accommodate as many people as time permits. The chair reserves the right to limit the number of speakers on the same topic to 3. All speakers must be at least 18 years of age or enrolled in high school and public schools districts and having discussed their views with a student government representative. The chair reserves the right to rule the speaker out of order if they feel that the speaker's comments are personal in nature. If a speaker's comments are directed at a school committee member or a member of school administration in attendance, that member, through the chair, may address the individual. We have 2 people signed up so far, and the first is Danielle Buckman. If you could please come and state your name and address.
All right, I'm Danielle Bucknam. Address is 195 Range Ave in Lynn. That's Ward 1. So first, thank you to everybody who's here because you're all advocates for our students, our community, parents, teachers, everyone. So thanks for everything you're doing. I wanted to bring up one issue that I think is important to our school system, and that's community schooling. To me, I'm going to read a little bit just so I get across all my points in hopefully 3 minutes. If not, I'll stop and hand you the letter. But the growing need for it in our city and the importance of creating a clear path forward for organizations that want to provide services within our schools. I found that there's a big gap there. I'm the proud mom of 2 kids who, one currently actually goes to Linwood's Elementary School. She's a kindergartner. She's got a long journey ahead of her, and I really believe that the experiences that she has today are going to shape her future. As a step forward towards progress, I think it would be really helpful to start a review of the current availability of before and after school care within our elementary schools, particularly early education, because that makes the most difference in our children's lives. From my understanding, many of our schools do not offer these options at all. I recognize that space within the school buildings is limited. However, the growing need of the community strongly suggests revisiting that possibility for most of our schools. As everyone knows, family dynamics have changed significantly over the years. Most households now in Lynn rely on 2 full-time working parents, and families are often forced to find after-school care solutions outside of the school. I really think, and a lot of my neighbors and my community members think, that offering some type of enrichment-focused programs in a safe and familiar space would be really beneficial to our kids. Most of the cities, the neighboring ones, even Swampscott, Marblehead, Peabody, Saugus, they've all done this within their schools without having to build new construction. They've been working with YMCA, For Kids Only, Big Brother, Big Sister to actually offer the programs inside the classrooms or shared spaces in the classrooms. To share my personal experience a little bit, my daughter, she actually goes to breakfast at school, which technically we've got healthy food options in the classroom, but my work schedule is different than school, which most parents are. So I bring her there so that she can be at school before it starts. And then she's actually bused from her current school at Linwood's to Shoemaker, because Linwood's doesn't have like the after school program. So she gets bused over to Shoemaker, and that program has been awesome. I really enjoy it. She enjoys it. She's learning a lot of STEM activities. She's building relationships with people in the community. So personally, I do have the situation figured out for my own family, but in talking to a lot of the members of the community, most people don't. And they're really struggling trying to find somewhere for their kids to go. We know it's a safe space, right? Because if we're busing kids to other places, we might not be familiar with it. We're causing lots of traffic. All sorts of things, but I think it'll be good for inclusion also for the kids, because if they don't have to go elsewhere, then they could stay in their school, do after school activities, the art clubs, the lip sync contests, all that right on site, and easily transition. So that's all. There's more.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next is Angela Oza. Please state your name and address.
Good evening. It's me again. So Angela Oza, 35 Griffin Road, Peabody, 4th grade teacher at the Tracy School. And I wanted to bring further attention to the intention of the city to close the Tracy School. I was told that this is all part of the elementary school facility master plan. So I referred back to this master plan in the December 14th, 2023 school committee meeting, at which this was presented. At this meeting and in this plan, it was proposed that Lynn close at least 6 schools: Aborn, Brickett, Cobbett, Lincoln Thompson, Lynn Woods, Tracy, possibly Washington. Based on my understanding, it seems as though the idea is to move away from smaller mid-sized schools to large schools that are further away from students. At the December 14th, 2023 meeting, the consensus of the committee was the importance of getting teachers and families involved and engaged in this process. I was at Tracy when this meeting occurred. From my experience, this did not happen. Did it happen at Aborn, Brickett, Cobbett, Lincoln Thompson, Lynn Woods, and Washington? If so, what was that like? Or did it not happen? Are families at any of those other schools aware of this plan? It has been nearly 3 years. I'm wondering when this outreach is going to happen and when we're going to gather stakeholder input. I have some more questions. How will transportation of students be handled? Is the cost and issues associated with busing being considered? What about the shift away from smaller and mid-sized schools? Have you considered the educational implications of all elementary schools in Lynn attending very large schools? So I'm talking like 700, 800, a lot of students. And most importantly, has this process been equitable? Are you doing right by our most diverse and disadvantaged students and families? Why Tracy? Why is Tracy first? Why is Tracy first out of the 7 schools being proposed for closure? Our students at Tracy come from historically marginalized backgrounds. Are you comfortable with your plan and the way it's being implemented and its impact on our students? I'm not. Respectfully, I don't think this is equitable. I don't think this has been done in an equitable manner. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyone else for open mic? Anyone else wish to speak at open mic? Last call for open mic. We will close the open mic portion of the evening and move into the 9th regular meeting of the school committee. Roll call, please.
Member Castellanos?
Present.
Member Gately?
Present.
Member Ortiz-McGrath?
Present.
Member Pena?
Present.
Member Satterwhite?
Present.
Member Smith?
Present.
Mayor Nicholson?
Present. For those who are able, please rise for a salute to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next is the minutes.
Make a motion to accept the policy subcommittee, minutes from the policy subcommittee on April 30th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Motion for the minutes of 8th regular meeting on April 30th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we have presentations, starting with celebrating seniors.
Good evening. Good evening. Please join me as I welcome a small sample of our exceptional seniors to share their stories and experiences here in Lynn Public Schools. This group represents just a fraction of the promising young adults that we are so proud to graduate this year. At this time, I would like to invite Deputy Gallivan to introduce each of these outstanding scholars.
Thank you very much. So we wanted to provide for you just a snapshot, and we're going to invite each one up, starting with Alana Todd from Lynn English High School.
Diana.
If you don't mind, just please sharing with the committee what you plan to tell us a little bit about your experience at Lynn English and what you're planning to do next year.
Hi, my name is Elena Todd. However, I would like to talk about, firstly, my relationships that I made over the course of the 4 years that I've been at Lynn English High School. I've made a lot of friendships over the years, and I think that Lynn English has played a big part in that, because without Lynn English High School and the guidance counselors, the social workers, the teachers that I've been among for the last 4 years, I don't think it would be possible for me to have made the connections that I've made. I would like to firstly talk about my classes, I always involved myself with classes that were challenging for me, because I believe that if I wasn't challenging myself enough, that I wouldn't go as far to push myself in the future. And Lynn English always told me that I had the ability to do so. I would like to mention the civics project that we do in sophomore year, I believe. Every year, the group of sophomores get together and they do a civics project to talk about action-based things in Lynn. And that is one of my most important accomplishments in my life, because we went to states. Although we didn't make the full portion of states and we didn't get to succeed there, I know that states was one of the most exciting things for me to be at. I realized that I took charge in this proportion of the group that we were working with, because I was very excited to share my ideas with everybody, including the people that are sitting here right now. And I believe that what I did was very accomplishing. What I did was I talked among my students, my classmates, my peers, and I was like, I really want to do this, and I hope you guys are on board with the things that I want to do as well, because I believe that gun violence and other violence in Lynn was very important. And I ended up making a whole presentation in order to persuade my peers that we could do this project and go somewhere with it. And that did end up working, because it did persuade my peers. And I wouldn't have had the confidence if it weren't for the teachers that I were with. Miss Henny, who works at Tech now, but she did take a year at English, she helped me pursue my passion in history and the importance of staying active in my community. And then I also had teachers like Miss Goulet, who was my math teacher for, I believe, 2 years, because she taught geometry and she taught my AP pre-calculus course. Those teachers, especially her and Mr. Labadier at Lynn English High School, have helped me be the person that I am today, because without them, I wouldn't be as confident in myself. I would like to point out that the classes that we have at Lynn English are very diverse in a way. They teach things that you wouldn't learn outside of school most of the time. These are things that you need to be present in, especially my genocides class. When I took that class, I was scared because I didn't know that if I would appreciate what I was learning in that class, but I ended up really appreciating it. I learned a lot of things that were very hard for students to actually engage in and take part of, but I learned a lot of things that made me want to be involved in my community forever. And I especially worked on a project that was very important to me about war that wasn't being mentioned at all in the news. And I believe that a lot of things that I did in that class were very important to today's world. I also want to point out the AP courses. We have a lot of AP courses at Lynn English High School, as we do at all the other high schools in Lynn. Those classes are very important to me, and whenever I doubted myself, I had a guidance counselor to turn to that would always tell me that I could do it. And because of those guidance counselors and those teachers that were putting a hand on my shoulder and telling me, hey, you've got this, I succeeded a lot in school. I'm going to attend Syracuse University's honors program in the fall. And I'm going to be pursuing my career in STEM for the rest of my life, which is what I've dreamed of since I was 8 years old. And I think that Lynn English High School is one of the experiences that I would never want to take away from anybody, and it is one of the best schools that I've ever attended in my life.
Great. Thank you so much, Elena. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elena.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was terrific. Thank you.
Next, we would like to call up Aiden Pleasant from Harold Durgan Success Academy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden Pleasant, as you just said, from Harold Durgan Success Academy. I would like to speak about the great experiences and my great time that I've had going to this school for the last around 2.5 years now. As you probably know, Harold Durgan is a alternative school, typically for kids who have problems in your typical day-to-day school. So when I had started my academic career at Harold Durgan Success Academy, I had left my former school due to behavioral problems. I don't know, it was just all sorts of problems with home life that I was bringing into school, and it was messing with my life in school. Now, when I made the switch over to Harold Durgan Success Academy, I had met Miss Scully. I had a meeting in her office, and she was telling me that, you know, like, you can change. Fecto at the time, sorry, as you probably know, was formerly Fecto Larry. But I could see there was people there who believed that I could be different, you know. People said, you know, we know you're a good kid. We know you can do better. We know you don't have to do that. And from that day, like, I started really thinking that, why do I bring my problems from home into school? Why don't I, like, focus on my academic career? Why don't I focus on this? Harold Durgan is a place where the staff show they care about their students. Like, it's very shown, it's very known there. I have personal relationship with teachers that I never could have thought I could have developed with a teacher, because growing up, you know, I started to resent school at a point in time. Going to Harold Durgan reversed that. School is a happy place for me. I had trouble in my life at a time that had me taken out of my home due to a criminal case, and in that time, school was my safe place. Going to Harold Durgan, it would be the brightest part of my day. Have a smile on my face, be ready to go, ready for education, to speak with friends, to speak with teachers too. Just excited every day to go over there. It really turned my life around. I went from criminal cases and just making bad decisions in general. Going to Harold Durgan, seeing that I had people who believed that I could be successful, believed that I could pursue that, pursue my dreams, pursue my future. Now I'm working. I graduate on June 4th. I'm set to go to North Shore next year. I feel like Harold Durgan is just a place that's welcoming. It makes you see that you can be different. It doesn't have to be the same. You don't have to resent school. You can want to pursue that education, and I feel that the staff there really, really helped me pursue that. Thank you.
Thank you, Aiden. Congratulations. Next, I would like to invite up Awan from LVTI.
Hello. I first want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all for being here. My name is Awan. I'm a senior at Lynn Tech. I'm in the electrical trade, and I want to just say I would describe myself as a student athlete, a student researcher, and above all, a big brother. I have 5 siblings, and all of them are in the Lynn Public Schools, and I'm very proud to be here. I also want to say that, funny enough, today is my 10-year anniversary being here in America. I'm very proud. 10 years ago, in May 14, 2016, around 4 o'clock, I landed here, and I came here in Lynn, and from then went to Ford Elementary School, went to Pickering, and then on to Lynn Tech. I always say I've always been a Tiger, going from a Pickering Tiger to a Lynn Tech Tiger, and I'm very proud to have gone and taken that path, because Lynn Tech has given me so much, not just as a student, not just as a student athlete, but also just as a student researcher in a way, because their hands-on experiences has just shown me what I really want to do. I'm in the electrical trade, and so being in that whole environment showed me like I really love hands-on learning, and so much so that I went on and took internships. So the past 2 summers I've been doing biology internships at MIT, where last summer I was the only high school researcher working in an MIT lab, and where there I did a lot of internships where I discovered a protein complex, and that took me all the way to Arizona, where I represented the state of Massachusetts at a science conference. And just that in that realm, being in electrical really showed me like I love hands-on learning, and pursuing that not just in shop but also throughout everything I do in my life, but also in the realm of being a student athlete. I've been playing basketball for 4 years, and been captain of the basketball team for 2 years, and I did track for junior year and senior year, and right now I'm the track captain, and I hold 3 records, 3 school records, and just being in Lynn Tech has given me the opportunity to just shine as a leader, but also shine as a student and also shine as an athlete. And Lynn Tech's education is second to none, because just the hands-on opportunities we have so much varieties of shops. You can have culinary, you can have cosmetology, you can have auto tech, electrical, and just so all that you can't really find. There's always a community you can find, and I feel like having a sense of belonging is really important, especially for me coming from a background, being born in a whole different country and kind of finding my place is something special, and just being given that opportunity and being given that chance is something that I'll never forget, and it's something I want my siblings to have. My youngest sibling is 5 years old, and just seeing him grow up in this community, I'm really proud to be a Lynn Tech Tiger and just be in that place where I'm surrounded by industry professionals, but also academic scholars that can show me in the classroom, like, this is kind of the path you can take. You can go take this path and go off to college, but you could also have this opportunity to take a craft and have a trade. And there's a saying where if you got a trade, you got a made. And that's really true, because I took on that electrical, and I took that spirit, and I want to pursue electrical engineering in college. And so this fall I'll be going to Cornell University to study electrical engineering. And it doesn't stop there. So, yeah. So when I started my whole process of my whole journey, I was surrounded by teachers and just a whole community that really wanted to support me, from shop to classes. And so scholarships was a big thing. Apply. The only thing you could do is apply. So I applied to various scholarships, and currently I've won 4 scholarships. One of them is a full ride to any school I go to, and it's a scholarship that I won from Collegium Pharmaceutical. It's a biomedical company south of Boston. At first I was like, oh, this is too good to be true, but I searched them up. They're like worth $1 billion. So I was like, this is real. So they picked 2 kids from the whole state of Massachusetts, and I was one of those kids, and I was just so grateful. And when that whole experience happened, it was like, oh, I took the interview in the Lynn Tech library, and like with the Wi-Fi, they couldn't really see me. So I was like, my camera's off, I can't turn it on, it's gonna mess up. But then they called me for a second interview, where they're like, oh, we want the CEO to interview you, one last interview. And right after track practice, I just went on to the Zoom call, and the CEO was like, oh, congratulations. And it was just like such an amazing moment, because coming from the background where I came from, being born in a refugee camp back in Kenya and moving to a small city there, and then growing up there, and then coming to America where like so much opportunity, and I just felt like I was just giving a chance. And when you're giving a chance, you have to seize it. And I've learned that, and I hope I can kind of reflect that on my siblings. And so and Lynn Tech has given me even more opportunities, and I feel like that's where I belong. Being a Lynn Tech Tiger is something I take to heart, and it's something I'm really proud of. And so I'm just really grateful for the opportunity that the whole city of Lynn has given me, because coming here 10 years ago, I can't imagine that this is the position I would be in, going to an Ivy League with a full ride scholarship. And then just having other scholarships, and where it's like, oh, like this is just just winning more and more. It's just like, wow, it's unbelievable. Even when I won that scholarship, I just broke down and cried, because like this is just stuff you just hear in the movies, and to think that this is happening to me, it's something truly special and something I'm forever grateful for, because I didn't do this journey by myself. I did it with my family, I did it with my friends, I did it with my teachers, my teammates, on and off the court, from track to basketball. They shaped me to become the man I am right now. And so with that, I just want to say thank you all for being here, and thank you all, the crowd, for just being here for this moment.
Thank you, Congratulations.
Thank you. It's really been a journey, and I'm just so proud to be here right now and to kind of start a whole new chapter later on. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the record? Sorry, but it's a 52, 400.
Next, I'd like to invite up from Lynn Classical High School, Moriniqua Pearson. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Moriniqua.
Good evening. My name is Veronica Pearson. I'm a senior at Lynn Classical, obviously. I will go into UMass Lowell in the fall for biotechnology. Over these last few years, I've really gotten many opportunities to become only increasingly involved in my school community, from orchestra to inclusivity panel to student government, as well as a couple of sports. I did powder puff this year and track, indoor track. I've just really gotten many opportunities to grow my community and really get to know the people in and out of my building. And with that, I've just created a very large community of people I knew I could fall back on, even when I was trying to step into myself and stumbling and stepping into myself and stumbling. I just knew I had a lot of people I could surround myself with and so lean on if I really needed it. And for the classes I took AP Bio. I also took all of the AP calculus classes, unfortunately. I also was part of early college in the healthcare pathway at Salem State and the Lynn Community Health Center Fellowship this year. It really helped me learn which direction I really wanted to go down with my life, which is why I chose biotechnology, and I really want to get into research and possibly some sort of drug development.
Great, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming.
Congratulations. Thank you.
And rounding out our group of seniors is Uchenna Egbui from the Frederick Douglass Collegiate Academy.
Hello, good evening. Thank you all for having me. My name is Uchenna Egbui, and I'm part of the FDCA community. And you know, growing up, coming from Nigeria, my dad always said and showed by example that if you work hard in this country, you get a lot of opportunities. And I think that the system that Ms. Fabiano created at FDCA has really helped me believe in that. So, like for example, I had like many opportunities, such as Mass General internship at Salem. And during that internship, I met a lot of great people there. And those people inspired me to chase a dream in cybersecurity, which I worked hard in. And I'm going to college for that at Bridgewater for a full ride in the fall.
Congratulations.
At FDCA, you know, I like to describe myself as a hardworking student, you know. So I remember like Ms. Fabiano had like 4 students just making sure that they did their work in her office. They were after school, and sorry, I'm nervous.
You're fine. No worries. No worries.
Thank you.
Exciting.
FDCA is an early college school, and I think that also helped me because I came from classical my freshman year, and I think there's too many people there. I didn't really like fit in, and I felt like no one was watching me or guiding me. And then when I first met Ms. Fabiano with my dad, she sat like both of us down and explained everything about the school, and I really like believed in the system. So when I came in the sophomore year, you know, I was hard working. I felt like I belonged. There's also guidance counselors that also guided me through my experience, which also helped. I made dean's list like every semester, which I think that's like because of her.
Well, congratulations. We're so glad you were here to join us this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations.
Go.
Am I the only one overwhelmed with feelings of pride? This is amazing, incredible. Thank you for sharing your stories. Our next group that we're going to call up is the Skills USA. But before I do that, I would just like to read a message, an excerpt of what Dr. Cohen, Superintendent Dr. Cohen, shared with the LVTI staff after she returned from a recent state conference that she attended to support the USA Skills. Dear LVTI community, I had the great pleasure of experiencing the Skills USA competitions last Friday, and I want to share with you what I shared with my team. It felt like a true educational utopia. Our LVTI students not only embodied our core values and guiding principles, but the entire atmosphere was a model of professional collaboration, respect, and goodwill. Students from across the state were genuinely supportive of one another, celebrating each other's successes and encouraging the courage it takes to compete. It was an honor to witness Anthony deliver his speech as he sought to become the state officer-elect. His poise, leadership, and confidence was inspiring, and he represented LVTI with distinction. The camaraderie, professionalism, and skill that LVTI cultivates in our students are truly second to none. Thank you for your dedication, preparation, and belief you pour into our learners every day. Because of your work, our talented students are not only thriving inside the classroom, they are stepping boldly into their own futures. Sincerely, with deep appreciation, Dr. Cohen. With that being said, could I invite Principal Gallo and the students representing Skills USA to step forward? Mr. McCush? All right. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Belloso, and I'm the Vice President at the chapter of Skills USA at Lynn Tech. And to begin, just in case somebody doesn't know what Skills USA is, it's a student-led national organization that focuses on three main concepts: leadership, community service, and trades. So for at least the chapter at Skills USA at Lynn Tech, for the most of the year, we primarily focus on community service. And so what this looks like is at the beginning of the year, we kind of choose a theme of a specific issue that we notice in our community that we want to tackle. This year, as you can see on the board, our theme was appreciation, specifically appreciation of those people in our community who help battle food insecurity. And so in order to help kind of tie into this theme, we host multiple community service events and projects throughout the school year in order to battle this, which Christian and Riley will touch on later. And so once we get to a bit more through the middle of the year, comes states. And so what states is that we have multiple competitions on the state level where different chapters of the entire state kind of get to present the work that they put in for their community in many different forms. This can vary from different competitions, like via a speech, interviews, or a combination of both. And so after months of hard work and many late hours of working on portfolios and speeches, we actually came back with a lot of medals. So out of the 26 people who competed on the state level from Lynn Vocational Technical Institute, 21 actually medaled. And wow. We brought back 3 bronze medals, 3 silver medals, and 14 gold medals. Oh, wow. And also, like Ms. Cohen had mentioned, we also brought back a state officer that's here in the crowd. So, as some people say, actions speak louder than words. So, if Riley and Christian can come up to kind of show you what got us gold.
Good evening. My name is Riley Mallet.
My name is Christian Montenegro, and this is our presentation. Friends, we would like to begin our presentation this evening by talking about something we all love, food. I'm sure you would agree, food fuels us and is necessary for life. Just turn on the TV and see the number of food shows that highlight our world's greatest chefs cooking delicious meals.
I'm already getting hungry, Christian.
I'm sure you are. While we are enamored by the beautiful cuisine, statistics show that food connects us all. In fact, approximately 93% of adults regularly encounter food content on social media, while teenager algorithms make up 70%. So, what is it about food?
I know what it is. We are programmed to be hungry. Food is not only attractive, but it is a privilege. American society is consumed by the idea of food, regardless of age or socioeconomic status. But Christian, most families do not have access to food in the same way as others.
Honestly, they don't. From a personal experience, I can relate to food insecurity and my family's attempt to put food on the table. With modest means, my family, like yours, has all attempted to make ends meet.
Judges, did you know that most individuals and families in America are food insecure? Food insecurity is the lack of access to sufficient food or food of an adequate quality to meet one's basic needs. The numbers are alarming.
That's right, Riley. From a global perspective, there are more than 800 million people who struggle with hunger or food insecurity. The USDA says that 48 million people are food insecure in the U.S. Food insecurity is visible, and hunger extends far beyond our country or nation and into our community.
Good afternoon. My name is Riley Mallet, and with me today is my teammate Christian Montenegro, students from Lynn Vocational Technical Institute's chapter of Skills USA. This afternoon, we are appetized to present to you our community action project we called the
Appreciation Project. Before we outline our project, we would like to go over our project SMART goals. Goal 1, November through December, our chapter will engage 100% of school clusters in a school-wide donation initiative resulting in the collection of 500 food packages and raising at least $2,500 in monetary donation to create, stock, and sustain a community kitchen to help battle food insecurity. Goal 2, January through June. Our chapter will design, launch, and operate a fully functional community kitchen at our school that will be open monthly after school on designated days. Goal 3, January through March. By March, our chapter will plan and host an appreciation event for 25 local community heroes who actively combat food insecurity, featuring at least 3 structured activities. With our timeline, action steps, and goals in place, we move to deliver our project.
Friends, our project took shape when our chapter identified essential elements from the Skills USA framework. We identified the essential elements of integrity and work ethic. Beyond that, we identified food insecurity as a focus when in October the government rolled back on SNAP benefits.
The repealing of SNAP benefits shifted our focus from appreciating everyone in our community to identifying a targeted demographic and theme. Our chapter wanted to make a difference in the challenges of food insecurity by appreciating those who help battle this need. After identifying our theme, we also sought chapter growth by asking, can we battle food insecurity while also learning the specific essential elements of integrity and work ethic?
Our answer was yes. The rollback on SNAP benefits shifted our focus and inspired us. SNAP benefits are vital to our community, and because of that, we adapted our 3-phase project to address food insecurity while growing our chapter's soft skills.
In phase 1, we took inspiration from LVTI's Community Closet. The Community Closet invites students to shop for clothing, shoes, and hygiene items. For the past few years, we have supported the Community Closet, and our effort to battle food insecurity felt organic to support this work by creating a community kitchen.
Christian, a community kitchen made sense. With 1,566 students, 85% who battle food insecurity, a space to accompany the community closet where students could shop for food items and clothing simultaneously made sense. This taught us the definition of integrity, to be whole or undivided.
We used integrity to transition from methodology to implementation of food insecurity in 2 ways. In November and December, we invited all grades 8 through 12 to raise funds and provide food packages. Our efforts in December raised $4,200 to purchase goods when our peers donated over 5,000 items to support our community kitchen.
We were thrilled by the school's support. Quickly, we checked expiration dates on items donated, organized the space right next to the community closet, and monthly, we invited our peers to visit the community kitchen for a food opportunity. With food available to support our peers, our kitchen was well attended, and our peers secured food to support them and their families.
Because of the success of Go One, we offer the community kitchen more than monthly and included it on every Tuesday after school. The kitchen was available to anyone who expressed a need. We were very proud, and we took a solid step from methodology to implementation. This inspired our chapter into Phase 2. While developing our community kitchen, we partnered with Washington Elementary School. Because of our community action project, Washington asked us to help with their efforts to foster a community closet and food pantry.
Friends, we were excited to see our work move from our school into the community. Working with Washington, we were able to manage our own community kitchen and closet while also organizing theirs. Beyond that, we also found additional ways to make a community impact. From regularly volunteering at My Brother's Table and enlisting the entire chapter to make over 1,000 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, we were determined to implement opportunities to give back toward food insecurity. Because of these experiences, chapter members developed personal and workplace skills like work ethic and teamwork.
In Phase 1, our school came together to battle food insecurity. In Phase 2, we assisted families and students beyond methodology by creating implementation. And in Phase 3, we brought Phase 1 and 2 together by recognizing people and their actions. Phase 3 brought the essential elements of the Skills USA framework alive. Friends, Phase 3 was my favorite. After months of planning, we applied our learning about food insecurity, inviting 25 local food heroes at our school for a special appreciation event. To make this possible, we collaborated with multiple CTE programs at our school.
Our culminating event demonstrated community action. Planning months ahead for Phase 3, we worked with our carpentry program to create 50 security boxes. We invited participants to secure their moments of combating food insecurity by collecting mementos. We worked with our manufacturing students to create 25 awards in the form of a plate as their first award. In March, we invited 25 people for an intimate experience that included the staining of their security boxes, the reception of an award, and a number of other collaborative experiences that included brunch, reflective note writing, and incredible conversations. We really wanted our guests to feel our appreciation.
The most meaningful part of the event was that each guest created not just one, but 2 boxes, one to keep and one to give to someone else who fights food insecurity. This experience allowed others to pay the work forward, and our Skills USA members worked with each member to maximize this experience. In the staining of boxes, we worked alongside our guests to create powerful moments of conversation.
What stood out most to us was the humility. Our guests in Phase 3 were individuals we deeply admired. School-based clinicians, restaurant owners who stepped up when SNAP benefits were cut, and leaders from local nonprofit organizations. Bringing them together in one space created a powerful sense of unity. As they worked to make our project real, staining their boxes and sharing their stories, we saw firsthand how the essential elements of integrity, leadership, teamwork, and work ethic can connect a school and its community in meaningful ways.
For a moment, we'd like to return to our project SMART goals. Goal 1, school impact exceeded by raising $4,200 and collecting 550 food packages. We successfully initiated the prerequisite steps to create a community kitchen at our school. Goal 2, school and community impact met. The success of Goal 1 allowed us to create our community kitchen. Because of the success of our financial and food collection, we offered the community kitchen more than monthly and included it, and it will be sustainable into the future. Goal 3, community impact met. Due to our continued work into the community, we identified 25 local food heroes who we honored and recognized, and a day filled with appreciation and admiration for the work done to help others.
Throughout our project, we attempted to learn more about the Skills USA essential items while making a difference. But beyond our project's numbers, goals, and outcomes, we know this project changed us and helped others. While we recognize we may not be able to solve food insecurity, we proved that when a group of students comes together, they can make a school and community impact with sustainable results by helping others one meal,
one family,
and one act of service at a time.
Thank you. Thank you. we'll pass along this box, the appreciation boxes we talked about, and those are the plates.
The awards that we.
Beautiful, nicely done.
That was amazing. Congratulations. Thank you so much for doing that.
We certainly understand all the medals now. And we thank you for that presentation, but more so than the presentation, thank you for being such young, impressive young leaders in our community and serving as role models for all of us. Thank you.
So impressed.
So the reason we're here and gathered here today, at least for us, is that since we won on the state level, our next step is actually going to Atlanta to compete on the national level. And so our hope was that you guys would approve our trip to Atlanta to not only compete, but also represent the city of Lynn on the national level. And like you said, we're kind of showing the leadership that kind of is bred here at Lynn. We're representing kind of the best parts of Lynn, the culture that I like to say that is here in Lynn, the giving back culture. As Lynn is a city where a lot of people struggle at first, but once they get back up, they give back, which is, I think, one of the most beautiful parts of this city. So we would really appreciate if you could approve our trip, and we could and we could also kind of represent that city of Lynn on the national level while also getting some gold medals,
Questions, Member Pena, Member Castellanos?
Thank you for the presentation. It was heartfelt. I really appreciate it. I can really identify, anybody old school from Lynn, I don't know if you ever had sit in the line for the block of cheese and the peanut butter and the butter. I did as a little boy, and that's what happened when we first migrated in Lynn. And like you said, Lynn is a community that does express that. Once you get on your feet, you give back, and I felt many insecurities. I had many meals at my brother's table at once upon a time in my life. And I'm proud to say that, I'm a productive member of society and I like to give back, and I don't forget where I come from. So your presentation really hit home and hit hard. I admire your leadership, through my tenure in the school committee. I see you guys always go up above and beyond. You guys are amazing students. I see many of your colleagues and stuff in the community. I see them, when they're not in this Skills USA and they still represent, and you guys are all, many young women and men that really, show your pride and you exemplify what you stand for. And you don't only just talk it, you walk it. And I see it. I'm out there in the community, whether I'm wearing different uniform, orange, suit or something. I see you guys, and you guys are always there. And I am very proud. I am honored to be here in front of you guys and just watching what you do, especially at the state level, and go bring some gold back. All right?
Thank you.
Member Castellanos.
So first of all, the presentation that you guys put forward was just amazing, right? Beyond inspiring. And it's amazing to see year after year just the quality of work that you guys put forward, the results, right? The purpose, the priorities, the planning and the performance, the 4 Ps. You guys are using SMART goals. Like I was in presentations this week with the Commonwealth, and like some really high level people were presenting, right? We had PowerPoints. A lot of money was invested in this leadership work that we were working on, and I'm looking at your PowerPoint and I'm like, oh, this is probably 10 times better. I'm serious. I was so impressed. This was a very well put together presentation. I'm from all of it, from the statistics to the frame of work, the way that you guys just laid it out. It's a testament of just like the standards that you guys take, and Mr. McCush and your whole team, Mr. Gallo, the whole Lynn Tech family over there. You guys take it on as a village, and it's one of the most proudest and most honestly one of the best feelings to watch your successes. You know, I follow you on social media. I follow to watch when you guys are like going through this process. The amount of engagement that you guys like put out throughout the city of Lynn, it's electric. It's very exciting, and it's always one of my it's one of my most favorite causes, which is food insecurities. Is someone I know what it's like to feel that like that's a real issue. It can happen to so many different people. You have no idea. There's a lot of stigma behind it, but you guys are out there making it happen, showing up, and giving people the courage, like Member Pena, to share their story. Like, it's so important to really advocate for something like this. And I just want to just commend every one of you. It's just amazing, and thank you so much for doing this. It's a pleasure. It's honest. I'm very lucky to be here to see this every time. You know, so thank you.
Member Gately?
Well, you did it again. I didn't think you could impress me since last year, but oh my God. I am so proud to see this one. I almost didn't make this meeting tonight. I'm going to be totally honest. And I looked, it's Skills USA night. I have to be here at Skills USA night. I am totally impressed, as Member Castellano said, well written, great PowerPoint. I was so happy to see one of my favorite vice chairs, Donna Capola, in one of your pictures as one of your heroes, because she has worked her lifetime, it seems, for my brother's table. And you people hit it out of the park, and I just thank you. Thank you for making this big, huge highlight, especially after the budget. So this is great. I appreciate it. Thank you. Mwah! And I'll see you at graduation.
Great. Yeah. Member Ortiz McGrath.
So I just wanted to say thank you for the presentation. Thank you for your commitment and the work that you're doing for our community. Like many of the members here, I also struggled with food insecurity. I grew up on welfare. I grew up on food stamps. So I know the challenges. Back in the 80s, you guys weren't born yet. I remember standing in line for the block of cheese. And to be able to see our students, I'm just so blown away this evening, and I'm trying to hold back tears. I get really emotional as an educator, especially seeing our students thrive. I'm so proud of the work that you all have put in, and the level of dedication, and really tying it back, most importantly, tying it back to home, tying it back to your community. And it just shows how aware, like the level of awareness, just your compassion, your empathy of what others are struggling with, and recognizing that, and then being able to just problem solve and create solutions that aren't challenging solutions, sometimes don't require a significant amount of money, but you're doing it and you're making it happen, and you really are such an exemplar and a model for our community and what is possible and what is capable. I'm so proud of all of you. I am so proud of Lynn Tech and everything that you guys have done, and just keep pushing. Bring back those gold medals. We are so proud of you. And I don't know, can we make a motion to approve?
Yep. We usually ask the administration for the recommendation if we want to.
I would approve.
We strongly endorse.
Don't move.
All right,
That's
make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All right. Roll call.
Member Castellanos?
Yes.
Member Gately?
Bring back the gold, yes.
Member Ortiz McGrath?
Absolutely.
Member Pena?
Yes.
Member Satterwhite?
Yes.
Member Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson?
Yes. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you. I know you're here with other team members, so if those other team members could stand up so we could recognize you folks, because I know it's a team effort, including your fearless leader as well. Well done. Congratulations, and thank you, each and every one of you.
Good luck in Atlanta.
Yes, good luck.
Well, that was terrific. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful presentation, the amazing work. I would be open to taking these next request as a group if the committee is so inclined. So what's the recommendation of the administration? Yes. Okay. So we have Frederick Douglass, grade 12 to Canterbury Lake Park, Lincoln Thompson, 5th grade, Aborn Elementary, 5th grade, LBTI Discovery Academy, 8th grade, Pickering Middle, 8th grade, to Canterbury Lake Park in the form of a motion.
Still move.
From Member Pena. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I would just like to say Canterbury Lake Park really owes us. You're welcome.
It's a big group. It's a big
Keep the
group.
lights on.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Have fun, everybody.
Good time.
And next, entertain a motion to amend the agenda to move. Oh, I skipped presentations. Okay, website update from Shannon Bansfield. Yeah, thank you.
You, Shannon. Before Shannon gets started, I'm proud to unveil, on behalf of Superintendent Dr. Cohen, our new LPS logo that Deputy Galvin is displaying. And surveys were distributed through Parent Square in our social media challenges. We took our input from the community, and from that data, we identified key themes, and those key themes were pride in Lynn, community identity, and belonging and inclusivity. Therefore, as a result, in our logo, we have High Rock Tower that represents Lynn's identity, strength, and history. We have a sunrise that represents symbolism, opportunity, hope, and future. And waves that reflect our city's coastal geography, as well as movement and diversity. And finally, a graduation cap that symbolizes and represents education and student achievement. So you will see that in all of our documents moving forward. With that being said, Shannon is going to give us some coming previews of a new webpage with a new look and design. Thank you, Shannon.
Hello, and good evening. Thank you for having me tonight. All right, I am excited to provide an update on the Lynn Public Schools website. This project has been guided by one central goal, and that is to create a more user-friendly, accessible, streamlined experience for our families, staff, and community members. Our new site will feature the new logo and branding, creating a visual identity that reflects our district's history and our vision for the future. At the same time, our commitment to clear communication, accessibility, and community engagement remains unchanged. As we reviewed the needs of our families and staff, several priorities emerged. We wanted a website that was easier to navigate, cleaner, more organized. We were hearing people couldn't find things. We know most of our families access the website from mobile devices, cell phones. We wanted it to be what our families need. We wanted to be more responsive to schools and departments, and we wanted to make it easier for families and our staff to locate things easily and quick. We've significantly reduced the amount of clicks it takes to get where you want to go, and a major focus for us during this redesign was accessibility. Probably the most exciting feature is that principals and directors will now have the ability to make their own updates on their websites. There'll be editable sections. This will allow schools and departments to more quickly make updates, keep current with information, and improve their communication with our families. Additionally, as you can see in the image at the bottom of the page, there is what's called a widget, and principals are very familiar with sending out Parent Square. They have the capability to send it right to their website now. So our timeline, currently we are on the existing website while we're transitioning. We've scheduled a soft launch for June 16th. During the June 16th period, families and staff will be able to preview our website and give feedback. Our full launch is planned for July 1, when all features and content will be fully operational. During the transition period, we're not updating the website unless it's necessary. We're limiting the amount of updates from now until then, and instead encouraging schools to share their celebrations, events, announcements through district socials and Parent Square. I would like to say that it has been exceptionally meaningful to see our schools through the eyes of students. We have enlisted Lynn Tech to capture, highlight, and celebrate what is happening in our schools. And what I love about it is to see what the students choose, what they believe is community, and the positive experiences that are happening in our schools. A special thank you to their teachers, Mr. Gary Rosario, Mr. Hussey, and of course Mr. Fred Gallo, for their leadership and support throughout this project. So what I would like to do here is just show you those pictures that the students have. This is just a quick sampling. Our site's not live yet, so I can't show you that. But these are the pictures that the students are choosing. Okay, so those are just a few of the pictures. I wanted to next I took a few screenshots of the homepage design. So this will be our homepage. This is the splash page, they call it. We've updated, as you can see, the navigational structure, department pages, school layouts. We hope that you agree that there are. Oh, we have a student here that took, was she in the photo? Oh, woo, probably didn't even know that I was going to put it up there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so this top navigation bar, the photo, I'm not sure if you can tell, but at the bottom there are those arrows. It will scroll through a series, a carousel of pictures that we can constantly, easily update with current events. We can also put video there. This is just scrolling down. We took the icons that our families visit most, made them easy for people to find. We also focused on our core values and our district strategic plan. As you can see, when you roll over those images, the priorities pop up. This is if you hover over the navigational bar. Again, no clicks. If you wanted to go to athletics and you wanted to find out what we offer in elementary, it's just one click to get there from the homepage. So this is an example of what an individual school site would look like, whereas the district maintains some spots, and then there are those editable sections that I told you about where principals will be able to update their own message, put information. This is what the bottom of a school page would look like. I wanted to highlight this because at the bottom you can see all of the breadcrumbs to navigate back to the different pages related to that school. All right, so I just wanted to say thank you. I wanted to highlight that this redesign is about more than just aesthetics. It's about improving communication, strengthening accessibility, and really highlighting the amazing work that is happening across Lynn Public Schools every day. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you so very much,
We
Shannon.
may have questions if you're okay with that. Member Gailey?
Ms. Mansfield, I just want to thank you for that beautiful presentation, and I can't wait to use this in the future. It looks like you have it really well thought out, and thank you for your presentation.
There will be a school committee page that you can update.
I was surprised you didn't put that on there, but that's okay.
Member Smith?
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful presentation and a great overhaul. I was wondering if you could speak briefly to language access. Is there a widget on there that's very easy to change what language it's in? Is it translated manually, or does the site do it itself?
So
Would you
this
speak?
is through PowerSchool. Okay. So it is connected to all of our other systems, and there is an option. It is translated through Google Translate, but there is an option at the top of the page where you select your language.
Thank you.
Great. Great. Thank you so much. Great work.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Shannon.
In our final presentation this evening, I'm going to invite Deputy Galvin back to share several upcoming curriculum updates and initiatives for the coming school year.
Thank you, Ms. Fritz. So we just want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing since I got here in January. Has been working really closely with the deputies, with Dr. Cohen, with all of the assistant directors in curriculum, the elementary and high school principals, our teacher cabinets, our secondary and elementary principal cabinets, to really discuss what we're using, what's working, what's not working, what kind of data are we looking at, and is it giving us what we feel we need to move instruction in the district. And what we found is that we needed to make some changes. Some of them are reversals that are things that we're going back to, that the principals and curriculum team, special education team, MLE team felt were really necessary, looking at, like as I said, data from previous years as well as this last couple of years. So we are making the move from iReady to IXL, and we are purchasing that in a K-12 capacity. It is the difference between the two programs. What I can say is that iReady focuses on domains of learning for students. It doesn't drill down to individual standards and sub-skills, where IXL does. IXL also starts every student at grade level. It's a program, it's an adaptive program that will allow students to continue to learn at a higher level if they're getting questions right. It will take them back a few steps if they're missing a question or get a couple wrong. But it will always, when they log off one day, it's a supplemental program, so it's an add-on, but it ties in and has access to both our elementary MyView curriculum as well as our IM curriculum in 6 through 8. It has some great links to that tie in well with our Discovering History program, K to 8. You all know Assistant Director Tobacco, and she gets very excited about history, and she's falling in love with it. So watch out, history teachers. She's getting very excited. But so it has a lot of great things that tie in with what we have and are committed to as far as curriculum in the district. And we believe that we'll be moving in the right direction in that. Next is we are moving away from the Performance Matters program, which is an online program that was used to build assessments of our own. Primarily, we've had them at all different levels, but it was primarily useful at the secondary level because they didn't have iReady assessments and that were already built in. But we found that it was not very user-friendly. If you made a mistake, you could not correct the mistake. You had to start over again. There was a lot of things that were making it very difficult for teachers. And the overall, what's the word I'm looking for?
Feedback.
Yeah, thank you. The overall feedback was that they wanted to go back to EdSite. It was a program that they know. They were able to bring back all the assessments that they already had built so that they can just review and update. They don't have to start over with a lot of those products. Also, we used iReady for our early literacy screener in the work that's been done with the PRISM grant and the surveys of all the principals and the early elementary teachers. There was an overwhelming vote to return to the M-Class Dibbles version through Amplify, which allowed them to put it online. I think it was unanimous. So we'll be moving back to that program as well. In the HR department, I'm just previewing this for them. We use TeachPoint for both evaluation and our professional development learning platform. Both of those are switching to PowerSchool platforms. One, PowerSchool Perform, which will be the new evaluation tool, and for professional development, it's PowerSchool Professional Learning. The one great thing with using all of these PowerSchool tools is that they all talk to each other. So Talent Ed is what we use for hiring. It talks right to the evaluation and the professional development programs and talks right to our student information system, so everything will be much more streamlined. And then for our MTSS framework that has been talked about a lot over the last year, that we've been implementing and rolling out with principals this year as part of the plan, focusing on the instructional core moving forward. We'll be using a program called Branching Minds, which will be integrating all of these programs that I've talked about, along with the social emotional component for us to be able to tier and group students on the basis of both social emotional need as well as academic need. and allow us to progress monitor through the system itself, putting everything in one place for all of our teachers. When they're going to look at students, for example, if they're evaluating children in student study teams or meeting as groups to review a roster of students, they'll be able to go one place, see all the results, access scores, MCAS scores, IXL diagnostic data, any EdSite assessments that they want to bring in, it'll all be accessed through that Branching Minds site. And lastly, we looked at the data from Flashlight 360. While we hoped it would prove to be much stronger as far as end-of-year data, we were seeing steps in growth, but nothing compared to some of the work that we've seen in Elevation. And Elevation has expanded their platform to do what Flashlight 360 does. So again, between the strategies component, the modules for teachers for professional development in Elevation, as well as the new component that will, again, be a progress monitoring element for our ML population. The survey's results basically were that we go forward with Elevation instead of Flashlight 360 next year. So these are some of the moves that we'll be bringing to you all, maybe some at the end of the year, but certainly in the fall, to talk about what kind of benefits we're getting from all of these programs and what kind of data that we'll be sharing with you as we move forward. We just want to bring it to your attention. Any questions?
Questions, yeah. Start with Member Tees McGrath.
So I just wanted to say thank you for your presentation, and I'm really excited that you guys are working towards alignment, because many times we use many different platforms and they don't speak to each other, and that can create gaps in information sharing. So it's refreshing to hear that you're going to be moving in this direction and making sure that platforms are speaking to one another. Because it's so critical. It's going to create, more efficiency. I'm really curious. So when it comes to, and I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, but I'm assuming that with the transition to TeachPoint, I use TeachPoint as well, so I'm familiar with it. But moving forward to Power School and that platform, are educators going to have opportunity to become familiarized with the platform so that they know when it comes to evaluation season and they're uploading their artifacts and doing all the other fun stuff that they have to do? Are they going to be able to provide? Are you guys able to provide training for them?
Yes, we are working out right now closely with HR and Deb Morell in our teacher quality. So she is really working closely with Power School to do the migration of all of our data from TeachPoint, which is a really heavy lift.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on with them daily, making sure that all of our data is moving correctly and setting up what will be the training program. So we will most probably have a train the trainer model. Mm-hmm. So we'll train a group of folks here within schools to then filter it down to all of our classroom teachers. All of our administrators will be trained. We'll have some work and opportunities over the summer and then more additional in the fall.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Member Castellanos.
Thank you for the presentation. Could I get your talking points, Deputy Gallivan, after? I guess for the presentation purpose. It would be nice to have that piece because I just got the packet and this is all we had. It was really nice to hear you clarify it. I felt.
Excuse me. So just to say why we made the decisions that we did.
Yeah, I guess the rationales, because for me, as I was reading it out, I think some of the questions was, was curriculum involved? Like the subcommittee, I don't know if they were involved in this process. I had questions about like the cost, like I guess like what budget I don't remember these. I don't know if these were pulled out of this particular budget or are we like where was the funds for this?
So all of them are within our FY27 budget plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them are very commensurate with the other, so there's not huge differences in a year-to-year cost of from the ones that we're switching from and to. So it was really more of a choice and decisions by the curriculum assistant directors, the special education office, the MLE office, principals, and teachers.
And I take it because the instruction, obviously through our data, it's unveiled some needs, right? So I think that's the reason why we're making these investments as well. Like we're trying to improve instruction and delivery, and obviously operational.
Yeah, all of the decisions are data-driven decisions. So all of the work that we did looking at the data for our students as far as where they were coming from beginning of year, middle of year, and end of year. We haven't finished the end of year yet, but we can see it. We just haven't had the final discussions around it. We will be shortly. But the beginning to middle of year data did not show us, it didn't show the growth that we would have expected from the amount of time and energy that was being put into the work with some of these programs. And we realized that we weren't getting the data that we felt we really needed to make the decisions on driving the instruction, because we weren't able to drill down far enough with the systems that we were using, and that's why we've chosen, for example, to move from iReady to IXL. And in Performance Matters, like something like that, we ended up not being able to use it. We had to restart EdSite in order to be able to run end-of-year assessments this year, because Performance Matters was unable to help us make the corrections we needed. So some of them were out of necessity, excuse me, and others were totally driven by the data and showing that we didn't have enough information.
That's right. And I guess my final question is, like, are these, I guess, how, like, subscription-wise, how are we managing the subscription? Are they, I guess, contractually, like, how are we, each of those, I guess, how are we fiscally managing the subscriptions to stay in a sustainable way? Because I think some programs, I guess, like, they fold into more premiums, and as we invest down the road in our strategic plan, right, as we go on each year, like, what's the safeguard? I guess, when are we gonna say, all right, this is effective, this is not effective? How are we gonna progress monitor, right? You say in the fall, we're gonna look at, obviously, some data points to see which, I guess, we'll find out, right? But what are we, I guess, could you elaborate more?
Yeah, so part of the work that we were doing that Dr. Cohen has talked a lot about, the work that we've done with Bellwether in organizing and restructuring our plan for next year and the focus on the instructional core, has been in, and I can maybe, I don't know if Deputy Fritz wants to say, but one of her focus that her and our fellow Shingi have been focusing on is they've gone through and put together a list of every online program, every contracted program that we're using. They've gone through and looked at the data analytics as to how much it's being used, by what levels, what grades. And so that's where the conversation started. Okay, this isn't being used very much at anywhere except in third and through fifth grade. Then we went back and started asking the questions why. And that's where the conversation started, and we started digging into what should we be looking at instead. So it all really started with that grounded work that we were doing and setting priorities going forward to make sure that we're building a cohesive program of studies and a cohesive program, as Ms. Ortiz-McGrath said, like, around everything we're doing. How does everything integrate, and how do we make sure that what we're doing is in the best interest of students and serving students and making sure that teachers have access to what they need to move the instruction in their classrooms. So everything that we've been doing, and thankfully for the work that Deputy Fritz's team did, we were able to really dive deep and say, okay, clearly this is an issue, so where do we start, and how do we put the right people in the room to have the conversation? So Director Cronin was involved in all of our conversations around data, and some members from his team was part of their team as well. All of us as deputies, superintendents, principals, every time we had an idea or found some data, we brought it back to our principal groups to say, this is why we're looking at this. Do you have more to share? Do you have more to add? Those kind of things. And so it was really a team effort in kind of making all of these decisions. Want to add something?
Thank you so much. Yeah, and so great question. Not sure we're ready to unveil it. Shingi and myself and a team of people. Sure.
We're not ready.
Sorry, man.
But part of our work was to do just that, to inventory all the platforms that we had. We wanted to make sure that we didn't have programs that were duplicating themselves. We wanted to make sure we weren't paying for programs where the usage wasn't being used. We wanted to make sure that we were subscribing to programs that are user-friendly and give us the data that we're looking for. So we really spent a lot of time collecting that data so we can make sure that our finances are all being targeted to tools that are going to help us move forward. So I think that align, I think that answers where your question was going.
It does, and just the cost breakdowns will be later on, right? We'll just have to, I guess later on we'll probably in the fall.
We'll tap Mr. McHugh on the shoulder for that report.
Well, it would be nice to see the cost breakdowns and like the utilization, like you said, like, okay, here's, and eventually we'll have data to see if it was effective or not. And also, like, you know, we're in fiscal crunches, and it'd be good to know that, you know, we don't want to waste our time. And also we want to make sure we're invested in the right resources to be successful.
Absolutely.
And provide our staff what they need.
And the other thing that I think is worth mentioning is that we really relied on teacher input. They're the ones using these tools, so we wanted to make sure that we heard their voices. And again, that work is not anywhere near done, but I would love, Shivy, if you
we're
had
not
anything
yet
to
done, and Kevin is a part of that work as well. I met with him earlier this week, and a lot of the directors are like, Shingy, you're back. Yes, I'm back. So I've been a little bit annoying getting some of these numbers, yeah. But just to kind of give you some quants, for example, in the high school, we saw that iReady had like 14% usage. So we are tracking exactly what you're saying. And also we have some of the money and the ROI and all that stuff. But we can share that after we finish, yeah.
Return of investment.
Yes, the return on investment, all these programs. And just from also last quant, I think we had like 42 platforms. Now we're down to like 34. So we're still trimming down. Yeah.
Great.
But again, it's strategic. It's not just quantitative. It's like which one, to Lori's point, are the ones that we need.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Member Gailey.
Thank you for the presentation. So I'm looking through this, and Brenda sort of asked the first question I had was on Teach Point Powered School Professional Learning. So that's answered, thank you. How are these changes being paid for? That sort of, Brian just asked that, but what I want to know specifically are, a lot of these programs, are they attached to like a curriculum or grants?
A lot of them do end up being attached to grants or partially to grants. None of them are a curriculum that we're using. It's not like a curriculum adoption. There's supplemental ways for us to gather the information from our students to know whether the curriculum we're using is effectively moving them in instruction. So it's having diagnostics. It's having what the folks from the PRISM grant have been working on with their walkthroughs and data collection. Special education has been working with a group from DESE around the walkthroughs and what's needed. We've worked with TNTP around and SSOS from DESE around our middle school math programs. So all this collection of data is looking at how do we now assess whether the things that we're using and the moves that we're making are actually moving the student growth.
So I'm glad to see M-Class Dibbles is back, because I've heard a lot about iReady. And even in the high school, I heard a lot about iReady not being a very useful tool for our system. So, nope, you answered my questions. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that. We already took care of the field trips.
Oh, wow. Motion to move into executive session?
Let's just amend the agenda. So So motion to amend the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? District highlights?
Yes, that would be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
So in your packet, you'll find the enrollment report, and we also have some highlights to share with you tonight. Kindness was on full display this year, and earlier this week, we were informed that Lynn English High School won the 2026 Public Service Announcement Project from Massachusetts Partnerships for Youth. This was a statewide competition. Kind people are the best kind of people. Thank you, Lynn English, for using your voices to bring kindness to our community. And we're going to show this quick video.
In a world that moves fast, kindness is what helps us slow down and connect.
Every day, we share our hallways, our classrooms, and our community with people who are fighting battles we may never see.
Kindness is more than just being polite. It's choosing to care.
When we show kindness, we become active members of our community. We listen, we support, we stand up for one another.
When we come together with respect and compassion,
we can accomplish incredible things.
Kindness can start small. It doesn't have to be big to make a difference. Volunteer for the people who are in need in your community. Sometimes a simple smile is all it takes to make someone stay.
The truth is simple. Kind people are the best kind of people.
Let's go.
Yesterday, Lynn Public Schools held its annual special games. Thank you to Dr. Kalala and the entire special education department. More than 400 students participated in this event. This was truly an extraordinary morning, despite the rain, filled with joy, inclusion, and celebration. Congratulations to Superintendent Cohen and Mayor Nicholson, who were honored by the Latina Maria Center at its annual gala and fundraiser. Superintendent Cohen was presented with the Inspirational Educator Award, while the mayor was recognized as a community champion in recognition of 10 years of supporting this organization. Shoemaker School held its first multicultural night a couple of weeks ago. So many students and families took part in this event. Students from classical, including our own Amelia Stank, performed, and school committee member Ortiz McGrath read her children's book to students and families.
Just before she goes on, I just wanted to add as well that Amelia is not with us this evening because she's participating in the Chamber of Commerce 3% breakfast. So congratulations to the 3% of students. She almost didn't go because she wanted to be here, and we made her.
We are proud to share the results from the All-Service Nationals in Daytona Beach this weekend. Competing against 43 teams in Division II, our cadets earned several outstanding accomplishments at the national level. Cadet Yerlin Mercedes earned first place as the best unarmed regulation commander in Division II in the nation. Cadet Marley Perez and the unarmed color guard team earned second place overall nationally, and our unarmed platoon team earned second place nationally as well. Both of our teams finished in the top 7 in all remaining competition categories. Our cadets represented Lynn English with professionalism and discipline throughout the entire event held in Daytona Beach, and thank you, school committee members, for approving this request.
Go Dogs!
Breed Middle School and Thurgood Marshall Middle School attended the METG, Massachusetts Educator Theater Guild Drama Festival on Saturday, this past weekend. On the left are students from Breed Middle School who won a bronze award for their own playwright, Panic in the Playwright Room. They wrote that play themselves. We are so proud of the students, the school, and the incredible hard work and dedication of the Breed drama teacher, Mix Morris. Their recognition in the All-Star Company Awards are well-deserved. And on the right, we are thrilled to announce that Thurgood Marshall Middle School Drama Club was awarded gold once again for their outstanding production of How to Get Away with a Murder Mystery. This talented and dedicated group of students also earned 7 All-Star Awards for excellence in performance and technical theater, along with the Stage Managers Award. Thank you to Mr. Taranto and all of his students in the drama club. And inclusivity and student voice is alive and well in LPS. Lynn English High School Inclusivity represented the Lynn Public Schools at the Student Voice Summit in Marlborough. And member Gately and I were on their inclusivity panel this afternoon. And CASA students on the right presented their YPAR, Youth Participatory Action Research Project, at an event last week at Harvard. We can't wait to see all the LPS teams present at the Inclusivity Summit on May 26th at Breed at 5 p.m. And today at Lynn's LVTI, Skills USA had a signing event where students sign commitment letters with future employers. So we all saw their presentation tonight. Over 30 students today committed to a variety of area workforce development, placement, and job offers. As you heard earlier, they are joining areas such as cosmetology, GE Aerospace, and they're going to Georgia. I just want to mention, Elena mentioned it earlier, the Civics Project and the impact that that had on her. Tomorrow is Civics Day at LVTI, and we know we'll see most of you there. Thank you.
Great. So if we could get a motion to go into executive session for minutes from April 30th to discuss strategies with respect to collective bargaining relative to LSAA Administrative Association, discussion of which involves strategy in an open meeting which may have a detrimental effect on a compromised bargaining position of public policy, public body, and to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining and litigation if in an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body, and so the chair declares in order to provide the committee with an update on potential litigation.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Member Castellanos?
Yes.
Member Gately?
Yes.
Member Ortiz McGrath?
Yes.
Member Pena?
Yes.
Member Satterwhite?
Yes.
Member Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson?
Yes. It's like substantively. Technically, it's whoever raises their hand first when I open it up for motion. So.
Good. This is like Jeopardy.
What am I winning?
Good game of civic engagement.
You gotta eat what we have before you get new.
Sure, I think multiple. We can all do it. We'll let them decide who said it first. Okay. Wait, where'd he go? There he is. No, all good.
So moved.
All right, is there a motion to enter regular session?
So moved.
Motion to enter to
Second?
regular session.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Member Castellanos?
Yes.
Member Gately?
Yes.
Member Ortiz McGrath?
Yes.
Member Pena?
Yes.
Member Satterwhite?
Yes.
Member Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson?
Yes. Last item we have here is ratification of any votes taken in executive session. There was a vote, and before we get to that, we have a statement from the superintendent.
Good evening. On behalf of Superintendent Cohen, I am presenting a request for the school committee to consider reinstating the Assistant Database Manager position in the Transportation Department through a transfer of existing funds. Specifically, we are requesting the transfer of $48,729 from the LVTI Special Education Para account and $50,645 from the Curriculum Consumables account to the Transportation Assistant Database Manager account. This adjustment does not increase the overall budget. This request is made possible by two recent developments. First, a vacancy in the LVTI Special Education Para line following the budget hearing has created an available salary offset. Second, we have optimized the use of PRISM grant funding, which allows us to redirect a portion of previously planned curriculum consumable expenditures. This position plays a critical role in supporting the daily operation of student transportation, including routing, data management, compliance requirements, and communication with families. Based on our review of the operational impact, this role is necessary to maintain safe, efficient, and reliable transportation services for students. This request reflects a targeted and responsible adjustment based on both operational need and available resources. Thank you for this consideration. Molly Cohen.
Thank you. Member Castellanos.
I'd like to make a motion
Okay.
to move forward with the reinstatement of the position and the recommendation of the superintendent.
So I think Mr. McHugh has formulated the administration's sort of suggested motion.
Okay.
Do you want me to read that?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes, the motion is to reinstate the Transportation Database Manager position by transferring $48,729 from the LVTI Special Education Para account and transferring $50,645 from the Curriculum and Consumables account to the Transportation Database Manager's account.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Yeah, Member Pena.
Just to clarify, so the amount of the $99,000 that was originally put in the teachers, that will remain there, right, in the teachers item? Okay, and so this is not additional fund. Okay.
Member Smith.
I would just like to commend Superintendent Cohen for her work on this to be able to sort of get creative and find a solution that works with the needs of the district. It's going to take this thinking going forward, given the budgetary realities that we anticipate. And so I'm very appreciative of the ultimate result here that serves the best interest of all of Lynn's students. So thank you to Superintendent Cohen and, of course, the entire team who make it possible. And, of course, Mr. McHugh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trish.
Any further questions, discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Castellanos?
Yes.
Member Gately?
Yes.
Member Ortiz McGrath?
Yes.
Member Pena?
Yes.
Member Satterwhite?
Yes.
Member Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Nicholson?
Yes. Seeing no further business,
Motion to adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.